So the Samsung Galaxy S10 and the Samsung Galaxy S20 have been out for many years. So let's go and see how both of these phones hold up in 2023. Now, I probably would not recommend buying these phones necessarily as the first phones I'd recommend buying this year, but there are still tons and tons of reasons to go ahead and buy phones like this. So links will be down in the description to some phones I would recommend buying this year. You can get them from there and you can help support the channel at the same time. Now, starting off with the outside, the Samsung Galaxy S10 on the front had a 6.1-inch dynamic AMOLED display. It's a 1440p panel, and it was probably one of the biggest upgrades we've ever seen from one Samsung phone to the other. This was a really big change, and I was very happy that Samsung was actually able to go ahead and pretty much make these types of phones. They were very cool, and that in and of itself was a very awesome thing. They changed a lot from their previous generation, and this was by far a big monumental step. But then Samsung also made another monumental step going up to the Samsung Galaxy S20. This was also another big change that I was very happy about. So they also went through, they centered that hole punch, which was big. They gave us that, 1440p panel, 6.2-inch display here, dynamic AMOLED still, but it was also 120 Hz, which was awesome. Having this type of 120 Hz panel was amazing. You were getting fingerprint sensors in both the displays, USB-C ports on the bottom. You weren't getting a headphone jack on the S20, but you were getting it on the Galaxy S10. You were getting microSD card slots on both phones though, which was a really cool thing. On the back, you were getting those standard glass backs, which was really cool. Again, having those type of glass backs is awesome, and I was really happy that we were getting that on both these types of devices. You were getting those triple camera setups on the back as well, which was very cool. And overall, both of these phones felt very premium. I liked both of these phones a lot in those specific standpoints. And I would probably say that overall, both these phones are very similar in the build quality, but they are also very cool because I love them so much just from that standpoint alone. So from that specific situation, thumbs up from there. Now in terms of cameras, the Samsung Galaxy S10, triple camera setup on the back. The Galaxy S20 had the same type of camera setup but a higher megapixel for the telephoto lenses. You were getting 4K at 60 on the back and the front of the Galaxy S10, but the Galaxy S20 had 8K on the back and 4K at 60 on the front. That was a very cool thing to have on that type of phone. For me personally, I definitely do think the Galaxy S20 had the better camera that year and still probably one of the better cameras from 2020. It was a very solid camera. The Galaxy S10 I think is a very good lens as well, but definitely what I think the S20 a little bit better from that standpoint. Software wise, the Galaxy S20 did last a little bit longer than the S10. We do have Android 13 on that device versus the Android 12 on the Galaxy S10. I definitely do think Android 14 is better, or Android 13 is better here. Performance wise, we did have that Qualcomm Snapdragon 855 chipset inside of the Galaxy S10, where the Galaxy S20 had that 865 chipset. You were still getting 8 gigs of RAM on both models of phones, but there was a 6 gig of RAM option on the Galaxy S10. And I will probably tell you here too, like performance-wise, you are probably getting very similar performance from both these phones in this day and age. But back then, the Galaxy S20 was definitely the faster phone. You were pretty much in every single way getting the faster device from the Galaxy S20, which was really cool. I think the Galaxy S10 is a great phone and everything, but the S20 definitely by far is the faster one when it comes down to it. So to kind of sum it up, what I'll definitely tell you is the Samsung Galaxy S20, I think is probably the better phone for most people to buy, but I probably wouldn't even recommend buying that phone anymore. Like it doesn't make any sense to purchase that device, and you are almost always far more better off buying a newer device like a Galaxy S21 or Galaxy S22 rather than purchasing a device like the Galaxy S10. Even the S20 probably isn't that great of a phone anymore either. So that kind of covers it up there. If you have any other thoughts or questions, let me know in the comment section below. Hit the like button, that would mean so much, but definitely hit that subscribe button. More importantly than everything else, I love every single one of you guys. Hopefully I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out till then.